Welcome to the whatever.
The Ride or Die Podcast.
Yeah,
Say it.
the Ride or Die podcast.
Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? I just got back to town. Just got done with church, and church is always interesting to me. It's just one of those things. Like, okay, I call myself religious. I definitely believe in a higher power, but like the church thing, like I go there to think. And you got me thinking a lot after I left today, because earlier you're pretty upset this morning. And but the thing about church, like, I don't know if God's real. It's just one of those things you have to have faith, and I've had way too many God moments in my life not to believe that he doesn't exist. But the thing about church that makes me happy is when I go there, one, I get to think. I think a big part about being faithful in something bigger than you is, and why like a lot of successful people are religious in some way or form, it's like, because it gets you to think about stuff. And the more you think about stuff, the more you put effort into fixing it, or, solving a problem. I think that's why most people are successful when they have some sort of faith. But I go to church, and I see all kinds of people there. I see big people, little people, young couples, old couples, families, kids, single people, and it's I think there's something about going there for me to think, because everybody's there for a reason, and everybody's quiet. Everybody's listening to the priest or the pastor or whatever you want to call it. If I don't know if you're gonna be religious or not when you're older. I hope you do. There's a lot of benefits in believing something bigger than you. I truly do believe that. But it's just interesting. It's just interesting to see the people, and I just get good vibes when I go there, and it helps me think. Like today, I was thinking about you, and because when you woke up today, ask you to rock Broly, and you're like, do I have to? I don't want to. And I'm like, well, I don't want to drive home, but I got to do that. And you're like, okay, I'll go rock Broly. And then you came back, and then what were we doing? Oh, yeah, there were ducks outside. So I was like, hey, come check out these ducks. And you're like, I don't want to see the ducks. And I'm like, really? Come hang out. And you're like, and then you came downstairs, and you kind of just sat there, and you crossed your arms, and you're a little bit pouty. So, I talked to you, and I'm like, really, what's wrong? And you started tearing up, and you started, telling me, no, there's nothing wrong. I'm fine, which clearly there wasn't. You were full of tears, and, you don't have to tell me everything. You don't have to tell anybody anything, really. There's nothing wrong with keeping your thoughts to yourself, which I do. I am the best at it. I am the absolute best at not telling people my problems. I'm very good at it, and it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. But hopefully when you're older, or whenever you listen to this, you have that person where you just can tell everything to, and absolutely everything. Like there's a lot of things in my life that I have not told anybody, or will probably never tell anybody. But I do suggest you get a journal just to write down stuff. Jordan Peterson said, intelligent people write, intelligent people read. Well, I'm not intelligent, but I do know writing stuff down and then going back at it has helped me out tremendously. And I've been writing this thing for about a year now. I guess when was the first post in this thing? 7/26/21 at 11 p.m. So yeah, that's coming up on a year now, maybe 10 months ago. Oh man, that's definitely an entry, but it helps out. It helps out. So if you find time, do it. It doesn't hurt to take 15 minutes and write down your thoughts. I write down a bunch of stuff, and actually, I don't even like this thing being sit around. I hide it. I don't want anybody to see it. It's like a little diary. It's fun though. I don't care. It's it's helped me out tremendously. And I hope when you're older and you don't got anybody to talk to yourself, write down your thoughts, try to understand yourself, listen to yourself, validate your opinions, try to make sense of your thoughts. And that's what I do with this this journal. I write down my thoughts, and later on when I'm a little bit more clear-headed, I go through it and I try to make sense of everything. And if they don't make sense, I go, dumb, is this, get a book, write it. But I'm just saying this, as you get older, like, life does not get easy. Life is designed to be hard. We're grateful enough to live in the country that we do, where we have actually a lot of freedom. And, we see all this stuff, like, I don't see it, but like a lot of people, talk about the news and the stuff in not Iraq, the Ukraine, and it's scary. Like, there's a big reason why people look at me or ask me, like, or tell me, I should say, like, Matthew, do you live under a rock? Because I don't pay attention to anything besides my life. If it doesn't involve my life, I don't pay attention to it, because it doesn't do me any good. And people are like, well, don't you want to know what's going on in the world? They're like, no. I'm like, I want to know what's going on in my world, what's going on in my life. I'm not going to be distracted by, opinions about the war in Russia and the Ukraine, and yeah, gas prices are up, but it's like, who cares? This world is literally designed to crush us. And 95% of the time, you got to make your happiness. And as you go on through life, you're gonna be down. You're gonna be out. You're gonna be wondering, like, why me? And I do that. I've done that plenty of times in my life. Like, why has this happened to me? But what have I realized? That going throughout life, and especially now that I'm 36 years old and all this, everything that's bad happened in my life is 100% my fault. The people I've put in my life, the situations I put myself in, everything is 100% my fault. If bad, and that goes with good things too. 100% my fault that something good probably happened to me. It's your character. It's how you present yourself. So, and that goes on with everybody. If something good happened to you, odds are you caused that to happen in some way or form. If something bad happened to you, odds are you caused that in some way or form. If it's shouldn't be at a certain place, shouldn't be hanging out with certain people, should have never gambled, or holding the door open for somebody and making their day and they return it, and everything. The universe, I believe, always comes around. Karma, right? I talked about in the last podcast with you, as karma will bite you in the ass, or she'll give you flowers. So always try to do good, and just be careful. Like, when you get older, I hope when you listen to these multiple times, but when you get older, let's say you're in your early 20s, 21, 25, whatever, I really want you just to experience the world. That's what I did in my early 20s. I got a lot of good opportunities to travel. I had a job dealing blackjacks. I worked evenings. I could take time off. That's what I want you to do. I want you to have a handful of good friends, good or bad. It doesn't matter. I have good and bad friends. Not in the sense that they're bad people, but they have bad habits. And I have, a lot of good friends that have good habits. I want you to have them all. I want you, because you don't know what kind of person you are until you experience life with everybody. And I haven't met that many people. Like, I've never put myself in other weird positions, but I don't know where I'm going with that. But I just want you to have all these people, and I want you to travel the world. I want you to travel. And that's what I did in my early 20s for the most part. I did a lot of traveling. It's not like every weekend, but I bet every like six months, or at least every year, I would go somewhere cool. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to find a job, a good job that pays money, waitressing, bartending, because that's how our family made most of our money growing up. Because, Grandpa Marsh, he had a bar. I worked there. Everybody in the family has worked there, and it's a good way to make money. I want you to get a shitty vehicle, one that's reliable. You want it to go, but I don't want you to be so materialistic about your vehicle. And I did that for a while, and I totally regret it. I had a very nice Jeep, and it was stupid things always happened to it, and I always had to put money into it, and the more expensive vehicle you have. So when you're older, I really want you to don't worry about the things you can't control. Hard times happen. You can either prepare for the hard times or you can just let them happen. Me, I kind of just let them happen, and then I should prepare a little bit more, but that's just not my style of living. And I want you to travel. I want you to experience everything this world has to offer before, hopefully when you're old enough, you still can. I definitely pray that you have the ability to go do whatever you want. I hope you can just travel and see the world and enjoy people and meet new people and try new things. And I wasn't very experimental with trying new things. I'm talking about drugs. And I don't want you to do drugs. But if you do drugs, just do it safely. I don't know what to say. I'm not going to tell you not to try it, because it's not my place as a father to tell you not to try something that odds are you may or may not do. I just want you to be safe. As long as you have good morals, good head on your shoulders, and you're kind, you're not really going to go wrong in this world. Just don't be gullible. Like, I'm pretty gullible. I just, like in the last podcast where I told you about that gal that stole $150. Yeah, don't be like dad. Like, don't be dumb. But if I wasn't dumb, I wouldn't have a cool story to tell, and I couldn't, life lessons. So go be dumb. Yeah, I take that back. Go be dumb. Go have fun. And then, if you're still in high school and you listen to this, don't get overwhelmed about all the social status and stuff like that. When I was in high school, I was friends with mostly everybody. I was kind of a bully right away, and I definitely wish I wasn't, but I definitely was a bully. And I don't see that in you, and I'm very happy I don't see that in you. But I know you're a kind person. I just want you to be nice to everybody. The more people you're nice to, the more people you're going to touch. The more people you touch, the more people are going to love you. And that's just a good way to look at life. Just be nice to everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. I know that for a fact. You're not going to make everybody happy, which is okay. If the people that you can't make happy are usually just sad people anyways. So I don't really know where I was going with all this, but hey, when you're sad, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to shut the door in your room and scream into a pillow and just be mad for a while. But don't hold on to it. So, you got a pen, right? Let's say you got a book, you got a pen, your life story right here. Boom. You can always change it. You can always change how your life is directed. You can literally do it any day you want when you're an adult. You can take chances. And if you do take a chance, I'm all for it. Like, I just took a chance not too long ago with a new job and a new career and whatever the hell I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I've had second thoughts every single day, but I can't give up because this is the chapter of my life I know is going to be hard. And I write that down in this book of secrets. So you'll do it. It's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. I cry all the time. I cry more often than I wish. I held my tears back for a lot of years. And now that I'm finally opening up my mind to different ways of thinking and different ways to express myself, I cry quite a bit. Not in front of people. It's usually by myself. Like I cry at movies all the time, and it's dumb, but it feels good. It feels good to cry. And your auntie Marina, she made me cry the other day, and I looked up on a notification on my Facebook, so I opened it up, and my sister Marina shared my business page on Facebook, and she said something nice like, oh, I forget what it said. It was like, my brother Matthew is doing pretty cool things, check him out. And it literally made my day. I love my little sister Marina, and I'm so happy she is the friend that she is. When we were younger, I was really mean to her. Like, she was straight up scared of me. And I regret it. Like, I can't take stuff like that back. And if I didn't think the way I think right now, I'd just chalk it up as, big brothers being big brothers. And no, like, it makes me cry, man. I think I was like that. I think like I was so mean to this little girl that was all she wanted was her big brother's love. And this is years ago. This is a long time ago. And I've talked about in this book that it breaks my heart when I think about it. Man. Okay, 1 second. The thing about life, we're not designed to be perfect. We're designed to make mistakes. But only the thing about mistakes is if you learn from them. And learning from them can be hard. Even if they were over 2 decades ago. It sucks. It sucks when you realize that you were mean to somebody that all they wanted was your love, like my little sister. So hopefully, like, my bad experience and me telling you will help you realize, like, it's not good to be mean to people. It's even, kids are mean. Like, my friend Rachel, she works as at a teacher in the cities, and kids are mean. And you're gonna grow up with a lot of mean people, just naturally. Especially, I think kids are naturally nice when they're by themselves. But when kids get in a group, and this ain't even just kids, this is people. When people get in a group, and if the leader of this group is mean, everybody's going to be mean. If the leader of this group is nice, everybody's going to be nice. But what I want you to do when you get older, when you're in a group of people, you think for yourself. You question what people doing, and I'm pretty good at that. I'll be honest. I've always been pretty good at questioning situations, why people do stuff, and just, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Just, when you get sad, talk to somebody or write something down. Just remember it'll be all right. And I'm just a phone call away or a text message away. I love you, sweetheart. I really do. And you're going to have a hard life because life is hard. And don't think ever that you deserve better. You've got to earn better. Hard words, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. Okay. I'm going to let you go on that. Sweetheart, I love you. I'll see you next week. And anybody that listens to this, I love you too. And I'm out.